Every 8 to 10 minutes, either a woman or child will come into the United States and be forced into some type of labor. Within a year, 14,500 to 17,500 will be trafficked in the United States alone. This includes those who reside here. According to the Department of Homeland Security, human trafficking is the second largest money-making industry in the world, under that of drug trafficking, bringing in $32 billion annually. Some are quite aware that human trafficking does exist in other countries, but some are not aware that it is happening here in the United States. Hi, my name is Sean Richardson, and I would like to talk to you about a subcategory of human trafficking, sex trafficking, and how you could put an end to it. I would like for you to meet Shelley. Shelley was 12 years old when she ran away from home. She was snatched up by a trafficker. Upon being snatched up by a trafficker, she was taken to an apartment or house where other girls resided. She was locked in a room with no food and water. Upon her being trafficked, she was forced into having sex with a multitude of truckers, as her trafficker received the wages. Upon being trafficked, Shelley attempted an escape. Upon doing so, a bathtub was filled up with water and a bottle of gin. She was made to sit in it with open wounds. Many times in Shelley's life when she was trafficked, her trafficker held a gun up to her head, forcing her to have sex with her just as he wanted and as long as he wanted. If she resisted him in any way, he said that he would blow her head off. Shelley is only one of the hundreds of thousands of females that are deceptively lured into the hands of traffickers, where they are brutally tortured and violated, which brings them nothing but physical abuse and psychological issues. You may not think that Boise or the United States is a place where human trafficking exists, but think again. According to a news article written by Stephanie Zeppelin, who works for KTVB, she interviewed Stephanie Braun, who works for the Internet Crimes Against Children Coalition. Steffi stated that Boise is a kind of hub. Human trafficking takes place in Seattle, Portland, Denver, and Salt Lake, which in fact makes Boise a one-stop shop for traffickers to carry out their business as they either head west or east on the freeway. All forms of advertising and being networked are being networked through the internet, over the phone, and through in the field, where the traffickers can be kept hidden behind scenes. According to Katie Tyrone, a journalist for Human Rights Today, she wrote an article on Takarius Ford. Takarius Ford coerced 3 women into forced prostitution at malls by either offering them a job as either an actor or a model. Just recently, a girl was found in Portland with Takarius as he picked her up at the Boise Town Square Mall, offering her a job as an actor. Flying her to LA, it was nothing but a lie. He raped her and threatened to harm her family. Later, they flew to Portland, where they resided in that hotel, where a hotel clerk saw something that was just not quite right. Human trafficking, as you see, is not a problem in countries. It is happening here in our own community. It can happen to your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew. It can happen to your friends' children. So that is why I am saying today that you need to stand up and fight with me and the others who want to put an end to this sick and defiled money-making industry. Now, with that said, there is a solution. As there are with any other acts of violence, there are organizations and governmental agencies that are out there to help. Some of them include Love 146, 821 Campaign, International Justice Mission, Department of Homeland Security, Administration for Children and Families, the FBI, and many more. The people that work for these operations have a heart and desire to not only to save the sanity or the life of an individual, but to reduce, if not eliminate, all human trafficking that is happening in the world. All these operations have hotlines in which the enslaved or anyone that notices any suspicion or any human trafficking that is taking place, where they can call and report it. Along with hotline numbers, they have current updates that can keep you posted on the whereabouts and where human trafficking is taking place. Also, on these websites, some of them offer training materials that you could receive either electronically through the mail, electronically, or over the internet. The training that you'll receive includes the steps that you could be taken so that you could help those to be enslaved, and also so that you can detect human trafficking in places that are taken in place like over the internet or in the field. If you go to any of these websites, you will find some very helpful information in which you can become a part of this fight, so that you could free those who are enslaved to do things that are forced to do things against their will. Though there are many out there, there is one that I'm proud to be a partner of, the Blue Campaign, which is sponsored by the Department of Homeland Security. Now, from everything that I have told you on sex trafficking and human trafficking, there is just one more thing that you need to know. Trafficking rates are on the rise. In a recent Press TV article, the Polaris Project, a nonprofit organization that fights against human trafficking, they reported that between the years 2007 and 2012, there were 9,000 potential cases that were reported in the United States alone. Keep in mind that these were only potentially reported cases. Human traffickers do whatever they do, or take whatever action necessary, or make any threats necessary so that they could remain hidden. Just imagine for a moment now all the trafficking that remains unreported. In the same article, the National Human Trafficking Resource Center, a program of the Polaris Project, said that from the year 2008, there was a 259% increase of human trafficking reported in the United States alone. The only way that we could see a drop in this money-making industry is to get more people active. That is why I am here today, to speak to you about human trafficking and tell you that your actions and your voice can make a difference. I really encourage you that when you go home, that you go to the Blue Campaign's website, and there you'll find information on what you could do to help put an end to trafficking. If on the resources section there, you will find pamphlets and indicator cards that you could hand out either in your community while on vacation. Hotels is a good place, or even at a local campus. Also, you could go to Join the Fight, and there you will find other ways that you could help, materials that you could read on to detect human trafficking, and numbers you could call. Here I have a pamphlet on the Blue campaign that I would like to hand out. It tells a little bit about the Blue campaign and what you can do to get involved. Along with the Blue campaign, there are many other organizations, like I said before, that you could become a part of to put an end to this inhumane crime. Thank you.